sports like you know he would. Loves the Packers, hates the Pats. Hey, you might even see Bill the Cat. Yo, 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 now welcome back. That's his catchphrase, Man in Black. His name is Avry, he's no Joe Blow. Here he comes, now enjoy the show.
Yo, 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 folks, what is up, what is up, what is up? Welcome back to an episode of Avry Sports Show, the webcast on livestream.com/Avry Sports. Woo, we are back. Olympics, they're done. Wah, wah, it's over. Like the Green Goblin in whatever the heck that green thing is with the two sticks of hair out of his head said it's over, and just for laughs. Olympic hangover, it's done. We are back to regular sports. MLB, NFL preseason kicking off. As always, folks, want to call into the program. Number to call 780-628-1771. Extension code 260. Or email me at fightingpike1@hotmail.com or hit me up on Twitter at Avry at AVRY. I think it's the first time I'm doing a real Twitter shout out and saying, you know, hit me up on Twitter at my Twitter name AVRY, Avry. Fantastic stuff. And of course, Olympic Talk Canada. Official 18 medals again. Tied Beijing. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good medal haul this year again. Could have had more, but you know what? I'm satisfied. I'm content as to where Canada finished this year in the medal rankings. I'm content right now as to where they finished. Talking from NHL. Labor dispute. No, more labor dispute talk. Canada-Russia series. Canada's playing Russia right now in Game 4 of their series. A lot of sports to get down to tonight. Corey Boyd, running back, now member of the Edmonton Eskimos, released from Toronto, now in Edmonton. And yesterday, I didn't interview Jason Gregor on the release of Corey Boyd and the Edmonton Eskimos, though. But the interview was done before Corey Boyd was signed, so take into account if Gregor's talking about he could be here or in Winnipeg, that was before the signing of Corey Boyd with the Edmonton Eskimos, the leading rusher in the Canadian Football League. Fantastic pickup by Eric Tillman, the GM of the Eskimos. And Women's World Cup of Baseball talk. Last night I was at the game. Woo, boy. Canada, US, extra inning thriller. Canada got the job done. 15-9. We'll break down that game, which I thought was done, but the US rallied, sending the game into extra innings in the last inning. Nuts. It was absolutely nuts game. All that and more. Avry Sports Show, livestream.com/Avry Sports. Keep it locked, keep it popped, keep it fresh.
You're watching Avry Sports Show on livestream.com.
And we are back. Avry Sports Show, the webcast, livestream.com/Avry Sports. Want to call into the program? Number to call 780-628-1771. Extension code 260. During the break, I was talking to Vic about classic NFL jerseys and the fact that I know someone who wears Emmitt Smith Arizona Cardinals jersey. Well, I will say this though. Emmitt Smith, his one career passing touchdown came as a member of the Arizona Cardinals. A 22-yard touchdown pass. Remember that? On a running back pass. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Emmitt Smith threw up a dead duck and was caught in the end zone by, I want to say, Michael Clayton. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. The bench empty. That's probably the last time I seen. And it's funny because you know how whenever a game ends, the bench is clear, you know, they mob whoever happens though, whoever scored. The Cardinals bench emptied with about 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter to mob Emmitt Smith after he threw that touchdown pass. It was too funny. That was absolute funniness. Ballsy play call though, but hey, he threw it, it was caught, magic. Emmitt Smith 1 for 1, a perfect passer rating. I see Better Bat is now in chat room now. I look tall. Bat saying I look taller tonight. Oh, thank you, Bat. I know. I try to be as tall as possible. I try to grow. Now I'll take you the way. Hey, Bat. Our last promo said I'm blacker. Don't you listen to my show promos? Bat, you know what I'm gonna say for you? I'm gonna play this for you. This is our newest show return sting that says I'm blacker. Listen to it, Bat. Listen to it right now. The latest Avry Sports Show return sting just for Bat that says I'm blacker.
Avry Sports Show is back. I'm blacker than ever. Get you some of that big time sports talk from Edmonton, son.
That is the newest. That is the newest sports thing on Avery Sports Show. Which may or may not have had help from Dick in West Hollywood. Oh my god, that was just too funny. And we'll do some surprise people getting on we'll be doing return stings very soon. We'll be getting some surprise guests to do those kind of returns. Not gonna say who yet. Not gonna say who. Gonna watch and find out as to who will be doing the new return stings for Avery Sports Show this fall. It is going to be an absolute blast on the program. Oh, all that goodness up in here. All that goodness on the program, Avery Sports Show. Once again, want to call in. Number to call 780-628-1771. Extension code 260. And of course, NHL Talks, Liberty Speed Talks again. Back in New York. But you know, one thing I hate though is that the NHL, the right now, I found out they can cancel the Winter Classic up to the date of the actual game. That would suck. Winter Classic. You get there, you buy your tickets for Winter Classic, you may have hockey. Guess what? Winter Classic gets cancelled. To me, the NHL, they cannot cancel the Winter Classic. I don't think it can happen because the Winter Classic has driven so much to the right. Now I found out they can cancel the Winter Classic up to the date of the actual game. That would suck. Winter Classic. You get there, you buy your tickets for Winter Classic, you may have hockey. Guess what? Winter Classic gets cancelled. To me, the NHL, they cannot cancel the Winter Classic. I don't think it can happen because the Winter Classic has driven so much revenue. It's built up a new fan base of those who may not even like hockey. The Winter Classic, NBC and CBC done a good job with the Winter Classic, you know, getting to know the sides of NHL players. You wouldn't find out in playing regular season games. You got the alumni playing in games. You got festivities around the Winter Classic. If you lose that, the NHL will take a few steps back in my mind, which will be very unfortunate because they built up at first. At first, I felt the Winter Classic was nothing more than a Heritage Classic ripoff. But look at the revenue. Look at the fans. Look at the TV ratings this yearly game has generated. 2 games a year, overkill. Way too much overkill. Because the Heritage Classic in Calgary with Montreal and Calgary, that didn't do too well. I figure, and for me personally, I think the Heritage Classic should be a name as kept only to the Edmonton Montreal game. That should only be Edmonton Montreal. Everybody else should find a different name to use. You don't use Heritage Classic. I think that was a one-time name to use. That was back when Edmonton played Montreal at Commonwealth Stadium, and with the largest crowd, when one of the largest crowds at the time, and I had 60,000 fans in the NHL game at the time with the largest crowd in NHL history. Nuts! I wish I went to that game. I couldn't, but that was so insane. 60,000 screaming fans to watch your Oilers and the Canadians play at Commonwealth. Nuts! It was the first of its kind. It was fantastic hockey to watch. An absolute San Francisco treat. Oh, we'll be back. I'm checking Twitter right now. Oh! I posted a Twitter question right now. I was asking on Twitter, what did you think about the opening or the closing ceremonies for London Olympics? We have a response back from Nickel Cobalt, aka Carl. He's saying how they blew everything on the opening ceremonies. They should have done less music and more focusing on the game's greatest moments, in his opinion. Oh, you know, I didn't mind so much. Yeah, it would have been cool to see more of the sport's greatest moments, though, Carl. But I think it was all right, though. Vancouver did do more of the opening of the games, though. Vancouver, London in their ceremonies, opening and closing, they really showed the full cultures, all the cultures of London. Vancouver, all we did was just make hoser jokes, like in 1975. They made the same beaver and hoser jokes over and over and over and over and over again, which are just stupid. London, way better, way more. I'm coming from a guy who loved the Vancouver games. London, I think, topped us, in my sense, for the closing ceremonies. London topped us by far, in my mind. It really was interesting. I see Vic is talking about Stallone, Van Damme, and Chuck Norris. Oh, you gonna go see Expendables 2, Vic? Gonna go see that movie? Can't forget Terry Crews. Can't forget Mr. Terry Crews in there, the former NFL player, former lineman for the LA Rams, Team Money in Battle Dome. Julius, everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates Chris. I don't know, that should be interesting though. But I heard Expendables 3. Basically, everybody who's ever been in an action movie is now going to be in Expendables 3. That is going to be very interesting. That would be incredibly interesting. I see Avery. Over under. We see Summer Olympics in Toronto with 4 of them. Oh! Hang on. Type it again, Vic. What's the question exactly? No, you're asking over under. We see Summer Olympics in Toronto with 4 Olympics. Phrase it again. I don't get the question, Vic. Oh. Okay. Within? Maybe. I think it is possible. Maybe. I don't think we do see it again. Possibly within 4, because Canada has always been a good host. The Olympic Committee has said that Canada's been one of the better hosts. Wouldn't surprise me if we see 2020 maybe. 2020 we go to Toronto. Would be cool. I mean Toronto. Yeah, I think by 2020 it could be in Toronto. Because if we bring back baseball, you got Skydome. You have Rogers Center for all the indoor sports. Toronto has enough Olympic facilities, I think, in my mind, to be working on stuff that could host swimming, judo, we can host swimming events. Toronto deserves the Olympic Games, I think. I agree, Vic. Toronto is due to host the Olympic Games. They will get it very soon. They will get the games very soon, in my mind. I think they'll get it over Quebec City. They'll get it over Quebec City because Montreal, Quebec's already had the Olympics with Montreal. They won't go to Quebec City before they go to Ontario. So I think Toronto, by 2020, will get these summer games. I could see that happening for the city of Toronto. They deserve that. It's a good sports town. They love international events. They always sell the place for soccer, rugby, basketball, what have you. It'll be a great city to have the Summer Olympics. It'll be a great call if Toronto gets the Olympics. It would be a fantastic move. Anyway, folks, take one more commercial break and be right back to wrap up Avery Sports Show. We'll talk some baseball, and then we'll get the heck out of here. Avery Sports Show, livestream.com/Avery Sports. Booyah! Golf, Vic, Glen Abbey. Glen Abbey, we have a tournament at Glen Abbey for the Olympics in Hamilton. Would look great. We'll be back with much more. And we back. Avery Sports Show, livestream.com/Avery Sports. Call in 780-628-1771, extension code 260. Avery Sports Show. Or email me, fightingpike1@hotmail.com. I see Vic is saying in the chat room during the commercial, he doesn't think BMX will last in the Olympics. Just too weird for this kind of event. I don't know, I like it. I think the niche, the new age people, the hipster fans will like it. I think BMX will stay in the Olympics for a long time. I think those kind of fans, the hippie hipster fans, will enjoy that kind of sport. It has a good following. BMX has a big following, so I think there's a case to keep BMX in the Olympics. I don't mind it though. I don't mind it at all. It's cool. Don't mind seeing it in the Olympic Games. And before I wrap things up, the Women's World Cup of Baseball here in Edmonton. Canada undefeated. If you're in Edmonton, go check out some of the games. Great baseball. Go support Team Canada. It took down the U.S. 15-9 in extra innings. And the thing is, though, women's baseball, they play 7 innings, and Canada was leading the U.S. 8-1, bottom of 7, and Canada was considered the away team for this game. So U.S. was batting in the bottom of the 7th. I figure game is done, 8-1. I'm gonna do interviews. I call from a ride. Okay, game's done. And then the U.S. scores 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th. The U.S. was down to their last out, and they came back to score 7 runs. So we go to extra innings, where Canada steps up with the bats, but the U.S. gave them a few runs with some wild pitches, though. Fantastic stuff, though. Great players on this team. Ashley Stevenson, Nicole Lachansky, interviewed both of them so far. Great in quotes, great people to talk to. Go down to Telus Field. They're playing tonight, 8:30 p.m. They're playing, I believe it's at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock tonight against Holland. Go down, check out some quality baseball. It's a blast. Although some teams, though, have gotten shellacked. In the tournament, Japan beat Holland a few days ago, 21-0. Woo! Sound the alarm. That's an assault. 21-0 in that game. Anyway, folks, I'm Avery. This has been my sports show, and I am gone. Talk to you folks next week. Peace!